You're easy to replace. And the sooner you accept that, the faster things start to change. Because right now, you think the problem is opportunity, or timing, or money, but it's not. It's value, what you bring to the table, compared to everyone else. And here's the uncomfortable truth. There are thousands of people who can do what you do. Same skills, same effort, same level of consistency. Nothing about you stands out. Nothing about you makes it hard to replace you. And in a world where everyone is competing, that matters a lot. Because money doesn't go to effort. It goes to value. And value isn't what you think you deserve. It's what you can prove. Consistently. Over time. Without excuses. But most people don't focus on that. They focus on doing the minimum. Just enough to get by. Just enough to say they tried. Just enough to feel like they're working. And then they expect more. More money. More recognition. More results. But why? Why would you get more? If you're doing what everyone else is doing, there's no reason. You're not rare. Not different. You're not hard to replace. And the market responds to that. It gives you average results. Average pay. Average progress. Average outcomes. Because that's what average effort creates. And that's where most people stay. Not because they want to, but because they don't push beyond it. They don't go deeper. They don't develop skills to a higher level. They don't stay consistent long enough to separate themselves. They do just enough, then stop. And that's the pattern. Start, do a little, lose focus, repeat. And that never builds value. That builds inconsistency. And inconsistency doesn't pay. Because nobody relies on inconsistent people. Nobody values something that isn't stable. So you stay in the same position. Replaceable. Easily overlooked. Easily ignored. And that's frustrating. You have to become valuable. And that requires more than what you're doing right now. It requires focus, depth, consistency, the ability to do something better than most people. So if your income isn't where you want it to be, don't ask, why am I not getting more? Ask, what makes me worth more? And be honest, because if the answer is nothing, then your results make sense. And that's not an insult. That's clarity. Clarity that shows you what needs to change. You don't need luck. You don't need a perfect opportunity. You need to become harder to replace, harder to ignore, harder to compete with. And that doesn't happen overnight. It happens through repetition, through discipline, through doing the work most people avoid, again and again, until you're no longer average, until your value is obvious, until your presence makes a difference. And once you reach that point, everything changes. Because now, you're not chasing money. Money starts chasing value. And you finally built something that can't be easily replaced. So no, the problem isn't your situation. It's your level. Raise that, and your results will follow.